guys. I think I need to prop this up because it wouldn't be an evening with me if I didn't fuck up the camera. All right, here we go. We're gonna move this. We're gonna move it completely. We're gonna move it completely. Hi, you guys. I'm cracking up laughing because I already dropped the camera once. Like, who does that? Who does that? Said no one ever, except for me. Oh my God. Okay, here we go. Oh, I can't. I just dropped the camera, so people are gonna see the beginning of this, and the camera's face down on the table. Just fucking face down. Hi, you guys. How is everybody? Let me check the sound. Okay. All right. There we are. All right. Woo. Okay. Let me get my rings on. Okay. How are you? Oh, I don't know what's going on with Nicki Minaj. Minaj a Trois. I don't know what's going on with her. I just made that name up. But I don't blame her for not singing anymore. They take all your money, you're not left with your money, and you're gonna fucking pay them. I heard about that. I wasn't a huge Kiss fan, and he's 74. Oh, you got a new kitten. I mean, when we're over 50, we can't expect to live that long. I don't know why we think we're gonna live that long. Like, who cares? You're done. It's just the fear of dying. From Winnipeg, Saskatchewan. Oh my God, cold. Texas, hot. I was when I was a kid. Yeah, I never liked them. I was Queen, and we know the Bay City Rollers. Yeah, I'm copping to it. We know that. Yeah, I've been on. Father-in-law is, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Let's see. Wait. We ride down. Yeah, well, Nikki, whatever she's doing, it's a decision, and it's probably a financially based decision because what else is it going to be? I mean, you're not working for free. Nobody's working for free unless you are working for free. Ireland, my people. Potato people. I know the only food they gave you was the potatoes, but I personally love potatoes. I wish I could eat them. I can't eat them. I mean, I can eat some. Not the way I want to eat them, put it that way. Yeah, I know. I heard about that. He was 74. Bay City Rollers. SATRDAY night. I've got to stop. I'm just giving away my old age. Just giving it away. All right. Windsor, Ontario, as I said, I know it well. I did a video on Patreon on Celeste and David. I did a video on them on Patreon. I just did my nails for a wedding on Saturday. It's little Austin's wedding. Keithy's friend, Austin, and Cynthia, and their little baby Bella. They're going to all get married. And I will be there in my burgundy dress. All us moms, my mom friends, we all picked dresses. Well, the mother-in-law, she picked, she had to get, she's wearing black. I'm wearing burgundy. Kim's wearing brown. And I think Cindy's wearing black. But it's going to be so fun. Yeah. So us moms of these little kids that I've known since kindergarten, one of them's getting married. Are you going to a wedding too? Yeah, that's going to be fun. Montreal, Canada, Montreal. Are you guys still in a post office strike? My passport's caught in the strike. It's annoying. Anyway, yeah, Texas till tomorrow, then I'm leaving. Okay, well, where are you going? Yeah, I heard about that. Yes, we are still in the strike. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, these are my wedding nails, and I did blue toes, but I'm not sure if I'm wearing burgundy pumps, teal pumps. It depends what I have to wear over. I left the post office recently. Thank God you're free. Free as a bird. Run, fly, free. Okay, so don't be scared of anything. That's the point. Don't be scared. Oh, thank you for that. Don't be scared of anything. There's nothing to be afraid of, because if you're afraid, they want you to be afraid. That's what they want from you. They want you to be afraid. If you're afraid, then you don't take action because you do what you're told. Meanwhile, all the overlords of this country, prison planet, Anyhow, yeah, let's see. Please tell us what will happen to the ostriches in Canada. You mean the people that stick their heads in the ground, or do you really mean ostriches? I'm so confused. Um, so confused. Okay, so I'm not afraid. Yeah, I don't care. Like, I'm actually at this point, do something about it. So if I run into you in public, I don't think I have fear. I don't think that's what it is. I don't think I care. So I don't care. Like, do what you got to do, and I'm going to do what I got to do, is what I'm going to do. Anyway, my Patreon has the David and Celeste video. We have to stop admiring men that date young girls, children, because that's pedophiles. And they want to control them. So, like, sorry you don't like older women, because we be smart and we be up for your games. So men are dumb and they date little girls. So yeah, no, I have some fears. When I watched that I know she wasn't 15. She died before she was 15. And she was at least dating him from 13 on. She died before she was 15. She turned 15 the day before they found her body. She was already dead. So she died at 14, factually, but I think she was sleeping with him from about, oh, they wanted to call, oh, no, not NBC. No, she was 14 and 15. I don't care if she's 18. Fuck that guy. Why is she wrapped up in your car? I did the video on it. I think he was dating her since she was like 11, though. That's what I said on my video. There, you got a sneak peek into the video. You know what? I found it so interesting. Yeah, they met at, that's what I got. I was 14 when I left home. I remember all the old men I dated. Then I married one, because that's what little girls that run away from home do. And they're only 5 years difference. I mean, I remember being 12 and 16-year-old boys around me smoking weed. I remember being 14 and 30-year-old men, for fucking real, okay? Like, that's just normal. But when you run away from home, you can't really date somebody your own age, because you're too, like, you've left home. So little boys your own age are not going to understand your ass. They'll try to keep up with you, but they don't understand. My Patreon, everything is under my name. Yeah, it's just, of course, no, you know what I was going to say? The industry is trying to kill. So Gene Simmons got in a car accident. Of course, he is what he is. Gene Simmons got in a car accident. Alec Baldwin and his brother got in a car accident. It's like they're playing chessmate with these actors, right? Let's see who we can take out and kill. They're getting them one at a time. That's what they're doing. World War III. We've already had World War III. Yeah. Well, I mean, you shouldn't be dating fucking little girls. I'm a grown 60. I'm not going to date somebody my kid's age. I'm just not. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not dating someone younger than my kids. I'm not fucking doing it. Even if I felt like doing it, I have the self-control and restraint of a normal person to not do it. And I'm also female, so I'm not going to do it. I mean, you just know better. Do you not fucking know better? Do you not fucking know better? Do you not know better? That's all I'm going to ask you. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I wouldn't date. I won't date anyway. Like, I don't care what your age is. Just a blanket fucking no for me. It's just like, nope, not going to date. No, no, no. No bueno. No bueno. Yeah, I know. I married a man whose daughter is 2 months older than me. And then they take it out on you. It's like, bro, deal with the fucking adult, because it wasn't goddamn me. I'm not saying I wasn't adult, but I wasn't. Like, I really wasn't. I'm trying to see if there's air coming out of there. Okay. I mean, I was married a long time, but I'm just not going to fucking date you. I'm not going to do it. And actually, people shouldn't be dating if you're going to have it. Of course, it's a huge power dynamic, and you're codependent and you're fucked up and all of that. She was fucking at least 13 when he started dating her. And I think about 11 and a half, to tell you the truth. Sign off men. Yeah, I'm not, I would never date. Are you fucking kidding? They don't want you when you're old anyway. Women, realize that. The 60-year-old women that think that men want you, they're fucking your daughters. So watch, or your sons. I mean, it could be either way. That's what I think. I think if they try to date you in your 60s, they go after your children or grandchildren. That's what I think. Like, I can't even. I'm like, get away from me. That's actually what the fuck I think. And I've always thought that way, to tell you the truth. I'm talking about David and Celeste. I want you. I want you, Sloan. No, the fuck you don't. Yeah, no, no, no. Yeah, I know. I don't hear Alaska mentioned. I don't hear Mexico mentioned. I'm 74. No way, no how, never. I know. And they want to insult you because you're older. Yeah, well, you, buddy, are losing your fucking hair. You've lost. I know. Dating is ridiculous over 50. Who said this? You're so right. Sarah with an H. Sarah with an H. Sarah with an H. Okay, you're right, Sarah. It is fucking stupid. Like, are you stupid? Are you that stupid? I date my husband, ex-husband is about to be 80, so shut up. I always had 20 years older. I did date old men. I'm the poster child for chicks that date old guys. Your grandpa, your father, anybody who's 80, 85, you're looking at her. Okay, so don't say I don't like them. I only liked older men. I don't like them young. Yeah, I can't, right? No emotionally intelligent people. So they're like, you don't like 60-year-old men. I do, but I'm not going to date. That's just it. Like, once you've been married for a long time, you're not going to fucking date. Men will date because they need somebody to clean their dishes, cook for them, drink beer with them, drag into their addictions, practice their porn games with them, fucking take their mother out on Sundays to do her nail, but they don't really want women. They want some kind of nursemaid. That's what they want. They don't want to fucking date you. Let's see. Yeah. So I don't want to be looking after him. I don't want to look after anything. I mean, I was hesitant with Tallulah, but Paige talked me into her. Paige is like, get the cat. I'm like, Paige, I don't have the energy to look after. She goes, Tulip died. I'm like, but I don't. And then she goes, just go look at her. So then, of course, I went to Paige's aunt. I looked at Tallulah, and I'm like, that bitch cat is mine. So she's mine. That's what happened. Exactly. I'm married 20 years at 47. And wait, I was married 20 years at 47. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. My wife is a terrible cook. Tim's funny. Tim's like, my wife sucks at the cooking, so I'll be the cook. Okay, well, Tim is the exception. Tim is lovely, and his wife is lovely. He doesn't make her cook. So yay, Tim. Whoop, whoop. There are a few nice men out there. I just don't usually run into them. Yeah, Venus in Cancer. I got Venus in Cancer. Who murdered Kurt Cobain? Can you say his wife and Geffen? Can you put those two words together? Courtney and Geffen, David and Courtney. David and Courtney. And well, he used to be my friend's neighbor. Dave used to be my friend's neighbor. I was going neighbor. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so here's what I think. I was going to say this. Sloan, can you do a video? Hold on. Can you do a video on, I don't even know who that person is. Yeah, Dave Grohl. Yeah, he used to be my friend Claudette's neighbor. Like literally right next to her in, well, it's the tail end of Burbank, but they call it something else. It's like Toluca Woods area over there. Oh, Oakville, Ontario. I know it well. Do you have any more insights on Jay-Z and Diddy? I haven't looked into them, but Billy Strings, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know how to help you get your wallet back because someone probably pickpocketed you. Okay, what do I think of Meghan Markle? You're cute. I don't know what to say. I have no idea. I have no idea. Corporate spokesperson now. I have no idea what happened. What Meghan Markle. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. No, I got a bunch of videos. No, what I was going to say, let's see, everybody. Yeah, I know. I was having lunch with my friend yesterday, Libra Lori. It was her birthday. Not yesterday, the week before, but we were having lunch with her. And she's like, remember when everybody thought you were crazy? I'm like, yep. She goes, you started this. I'm sure there's others that started it, but Fetus in a Jar always comes up. Fetus in a Jar is fantastic. Look it up on YouTube with Larry King Live and ask yourself if that's normal. if that's a normal conversation on any level whatsoever. I don't believe Megan did either. But no, let's see, does anyone know why Tallulah died? I don't think you're talking about my Tallulah. I don't think you're talking about her. She's right here. She's like literally on the table, right? Oh, I just scared the shit out of her. She tried to claw me. She climbed up on the light. I said, get down. And she jumped like a wombat and she tried to get me. Oh, shit. I just turned on ESPN somehow. That's so weird. What did we do? Oh, Tallulah moved her little butt and turned on ESPN. Okay, so there. All right, men don't understand restraint. Yeah. Yes, I did feel your wallet is in a dumpster. Listen to Tim. Your wallet is in a dumpster. I misunderstood and said oh no, Tallulah didn't die. No. I said I didn't want another cat. Tulip died. Tulip. Tallulah's predecessor, and Paige talked me into getting Lou because her aunt bred the cats, and so I picked another cat, and then they gave that cat away, and so they told me this little kitty was running around, and here she is, and she became mine, and we are besties. But I didn't want another cat. Tallulah is here and alive and well and fuzzy, and she's sleeping. Britney Spears has been at Toronto. Britney Spears, I don't know about the 3-eye atlas either, but what I was going to say is it looks like they're making hits on all the people that have been partaking in a certain lifestyle. But you know I want to tell you what was so interesting. So I was at Ralph's yesterday. Am I not always there? Getting my popcorn, skinny pop. I only took Tallulah because she's connected to Paige. If it had just been a random kitty, I don't know. But me and Lou, we are besties. But anyway, the girls at Ralph, the checkers at Ralph's, were telling me that they're not doing as much work. Like people aren't buying food. And I'm like, are they buying booze? Or because I was saying, are you getting ready for holidays? And they said that because of whatever the government's doing, which I don't pay much attention to, but yeah, Ralph's is still, I'm in ghetto Ralph's. I live in ghetto Ralph's. But anyway, that's what we call it in our neighborhood. But they just said they're not making much money because of whatever they do with the money, whatever the government did with the food stamps, the food cart, whatever. I don't even know what went on. And I'm thinking to myself, and I'm really going to be honest here, when my kids were little and I needed help and we needed help, nobody could help because we made money. So we were the working poor. It's fucking ridiculous, but they'll give it to you if you wander through the border. Here, take all the money. Here, take all this. But the people of this country, if anybody's making money, they don't get money. So it's really fucking weird. So I don't know what they're doing because I didn't really understand that or hear that. So I'm not really sure with what's going on with that. People are going where food is cheaper. Yeah, well, they could be, sure. But it's just happened. So I think it's... November 1st, EBT and SNAP is on pause. Okay, there you go. You know what? No one helped me when I was a teenager and I was fucking hungry. Let me tell you that. I'm serious. If it wasn't for like people that I met or people's parents or whatever, I mean, no one gives a shit. Okay, really, no one gives a shit. So, but you shouldn't have an expectation of being fed by the government. I know people are going to get mad at me. If you have children, that's different. If you're an able-bodied man, you should be working. I don't care who you are. I don't care why you say you can't. I don't give a fuck. Work. I gotta fucking work. Okay, I'm gonna have to work every day of my life. I work 7 days a week. It's not like I'm driving a bus or digging a ditch, but I am kind of doing a lot of construction at the moment. So after the weekend, my nails will be ruined. But I have to work. What, are you entitled to not work because you're special? I mean, shut up. Shut the fuck up. I don't get it. Men have to work. If you don't work as a man, then you're basically useless. You're useless. You're a neuter. You're a castrati. You're neutered. I know. Aren't these great? I just came from the nail salon for the wedding. I had to put wedding nails on. As Keith's mommy, I have to dress nice. I'm not talking about the homeless, because when you're dealing with the homeless, and there's a lot of people that live in Section 8 and they drive better cars, because I lived across the road from Section 8. I literally lived across the road from a Section 8 building. They drive better cars. They take more trips. They do all kinds of shit. And then they move their cousins, brothers, relatives, whoever's into the house. Yeah. And so it's all of that shit. Yes, yes. Better nails, like all the nails with the bling on them, you know, like $200 nails. And that was actually in our neighborhood. Plus, they have all the drugs, you know, I'm just going to say that. But, and you can't, they get, the reason people like them in the neighborhood is because the government continues to pay. The homeless, for now, there's several things that I've noticed in Los Angeles. This is just my take in Los Angeles. But okay, so there's traumatized homeless people. Okay, I was homeless as a teenager. So there's traumatized homeless, meaning you don't got nowhere to go and you're escaping something, whatever it is, and you're just running wild, running amok. There's homeless kids, teenagers, little kids, teenagers, everything. The homeless have been traumatized in childhood and probably leads to drug addiction. So you have to go out and help them heal. You have to help them heal. But the second thing I noticed in LA is the cartel or the drug dealers or the pimps or whoever the fuck they are in their Mercedes and SUV that pull up to the homeless tents and step out and give bags of whatever into the homeless community so they can run drugs for them. That is also going on. There is also, and has been, my friend Pamela, when she lived in Mission Hills, she was constantly calling Monica Rodriguez. Now, when we had a power outage, the only building in the neighborhood that was lit up was Monica Rodriguez's building, okay? And no, I don't live in Mission Hills. She just covers a whole bunch of the valley. Anyway, we couldn't have power, but that building had power. So, we didn't have heat, but that building did. Just saying. But anyway, Pamela would notice, she would go out on, and she had a lovely house. She would go out on her street and she would see these fucking cars parked all up and down her street, right? So she would start walking by. She like would rock. She'd walk by, she'd look in the windows, she'd talk to the people, she'd watch. They were running girls out of those cars. So there is 100% prostitution on every you're funny. On every corner, there's a different kind of prostitution going on in different cars. So really in Pacoima, those girls, and I see them, I drive by and I'm like, that girl is a working girl. Yes, pimping. They're pimping out of cars. In the, what's that? Grocery Mart? What is that store? Not Ralph's, Groceries for Less or whatever that store is. They were doing it out of there. She was calling the cops, the police, she was going for meetings with politicians. They don't give a fuck, okay? It's still happening. I drive by on my way to the warehouse. I drive by a neighborhood and I see these very obviously misplaced young ladies, meaning they're not grocery outlet. Thank you. In the parking lot there. So yeah, grocery outlet. No, I've seen it. I mean, I had to show it to John. He's like, no, this is John. No. And I'm like, open your eyes. The third day we go by, he's like, oh shit. That's what's going on. Because the car is always parked there. The girl is coming out from behind the bridge, right? Or whatever. And coming up to the car, she sits in the car. Another car pulls up. She gets out of the car. But Pimp Man is always there. Fucking Pimp Man. Ladies, if you're going to sell your ass, you sell your ass. Don't give it to a manager. Don't give it to a man. Don't give it to your husband. I mean, if you want to fuck your husband, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the money. You don't owe a man money for you spreading your legs. It's your vagina and it's your power. So I did a video on Celeste Rivera on my Patreon. No, I don't know why they don't have no choice. Who are these men that think they own people? And why isn't that considered trafficking? And why aren't we looking out more for that? Why do we call the women whores? Why do we call the women all of that? But we don't call the men. Why? Be careful though. Why am I going to be careful? I'm going to be fucking careful. I don't care if you kill me. Be very fucking clear. I've lived. So the sooner I'm off this planet, the better. And yes, that's a fucking challenge. Anyway, The point is, if you're a young woman, you don't need a man to tell you how to get your pussy out there making money. You don't. I mean, it is considered trafficking, I know, but no one does anything. I had a friend whose daughter that was trafficked out of Burbank High School, literally trafficked out of Burbank High School. We'll never die. Well, no, we move on, right? If you're not disabled, work. Absolutely. And stop pretending to be disabled too. There's a bunch of them out there. It is a form of slavery, but look at your stupid actors. The stupid actors, they're like, I'm a celebrity, but are you, or are you paying your manager? I remember Regis Philbin. I'm 500 years old. I remember Regis Philbin saying he had to pay his agent even if he didn't help him get the work. Even if. So Regis Philbin had to do that even if. You see what I'm saying? Who the fuck is the agent? Get the fuck out of here. Who designed that like that? Who designed that? Oh, I see. You don't get me the job. I'm famous on my own. Now I owe you for the rest of my life? Really? Interesting. Interesting. In perpetuity. You see what I'm saying? They use pimps. Well, you don't need to use them for protection. Get a fucking gun. That's why guns should be allowed. If you're an American citizen, get a gun. Carry a switchblade. Your pimp ain't going to help you. That's bullshit. Pimps beat them up and make them submissive. Pimps take all of their money. If I'm spreading my legs, if I'm spreading my fucking legs, I'm keeping the money. I'm keeping the money. When I was a stripper, I didn't go with a manager. All my friends had managers and went through a system. I refused. I jumped clubs and I jumped cities and I jumped countries and I jumped states. I don't need a fucking manager to tell me how to bend over in booty shorts or shower in public or do mud wrestling, whatever it was. I don't need that. I'm not doing it. I don't want to share with you. What are you fucking doing? I can get a job. I can talk to my client and get booked. Not a problem. So, and it never was a problem. Never. So teach your young women, if they find themselves in a situation where they're out and they got to make money and they decide to, whatever it is for money, just tell them you don't need to give your money to a man. It keeps them, they're running away from a home where they weren't loved. And then the boyfriend, AKA pimp, steps in and he's like, I love you. I'm going to take good care of you. Can you do me a favor? Bitch, get out there and fuck my friend. They call them their friend. That's how they set it up. That is the setup. Little girls that are neglected in their home, little girls that are neglected. And after the first day where they're basically like raped all day long by these adult men, these adult fucking men, after they're raped, they end up doing drugs. They can't really walk back into high school after dealing with that. Like, can you, like, you're going to walk back into your high school after that? You know what I mean? Are you going to do that? So probably not, because no one's going to understand you. You just got raped by a bunch of men. So there you go. Why did these girls do it? Well, Peter, it's their family lives. Usually it's generational sexual abuse. There's somebody's uncle, somebody putting the kid on your lap, someone touching you, father neglecting you. It can be severe neglect, alcoholism, drug addiction, kicked out of foster home as a teenager. It's not just money. There's a certain predisposition. You can't just go out. Not every girl who wants money goes out and why obsessed with Erica? Are you attacking again? I'm not obsessed with Erica. Let's see. I'm not obsessed. I don't give a shit. But that's what happens. So no, is Peter a bot? I don't think, okay, maybe he is. Look how, let a woman pimp her. No, nobody should be fucking pimping you. It's your body. It's your energy. That's why I did the work I did with the videos the way I did it. Because every time I would do a TV show, they want to take credit for a psychic reading. I'm like, it comes out of my head. It's generated by me, for me, to you, so you don't get to be producer over me. I got in plenty of fights over that. You don't fucking own me. The information comes straight out of me with the dead. So get your own dead connection, and then you could do whatever the fuck you want. But I had many an argument with people over this. Here's an interesting thing. So this morning I get up at 4. Um, there was snow in the mountain I wanted to go to, and I wasn't comfortable to run it quite yet. But anyway, so I was chat GBTing it, and I asked a question. And I said, are there any pictures of Charlie Kirk and his parents when they were younger, when he was younger, in younger time? And I said, is there any picture of his parents at his funeral? Now, chat GPT, whatever it is, said no. But then the New York Post posted a picture of two AI bots sitting there like this. The mother's eyes were closed, and you could tell they were placed in the picture. And I was like, what are they doing? You are that strong. You don't need help. That's a weak mindset. Nobody needs help. We're conditioned to think we need help. We're conditioned to think we need help. Women give birth. You don't need help. Trust me. And the only reason they talk to you about having epidurals is because they can charge 10 grand for it. They don't really care if you're in pain. So have the baby naturally. You do what you want. But you know what I mean? Yeah, the Kirks lived in the far north. And yeah, sure they did. No pictures of them. I mean, what? There are no pictures. I mean, I'm not Charlie Kirk, and there's pictures of my childhood up on the internet. There's probably pictures of yours. Where the hell is his family? No autopsy, no pictures of the parents. New York posted two AI apparitions in a picture and tried to pass them off as Charlie Kirk's people. I looked at it and I went, what is this? What is this? Yes, very ouch. I know. I thought I was going to, I did too. Well, you know what it is for an epidural. It's about 60 grand to give birth in a hospital. I didn't go to a hospital. I did pay 6 grand out of pocket because insurance didn't cover it. But I told John, I'm not going in a hospital. So we're going to get into a massive fight when I go into labor because I'm not doing it. So he got, he paid for the midwife. So 6 grand out of pocket. But I wanted to get the health care through her, and she deserves to be paid. So I did it that way without hospital intervention. Because I don't want you taking my baby. I don't want you judging me as a mother. La, la, la. I don't want you doing that. No, no, no. Yeah, I just go up and look at the New York Post picture and tell me if those are his parents. Because I kept asking chat GPT or whatever it's called. Then I asked them if they remember. I'm 58. My mom told me she and dad. My mom told me she and dad. Okay, told you and dad what? Yeah, they steal placentas. They do all kinds of things. Yeah, they do. Had 3 different births and natural. Yeah, I did natural too. I wanted to feel my children, but to tell you the truth, Jason, I flew out of my body, right back out through my crown chakra. With Keith, I was screaming, I can't get out. I'm feeling everything. I sure felt with Keith, that boy, when he died. That was the last time I felt anything. So I wanted to feel my children. I surely felt that. There is no description for that feeling, but I'm numb now, so there are no more feelings. There's just fake appearances and fake smiles. That's it. That's it. I will never feel again. I literally feel nothing. Like, that's why I don't care. Yeah, so my Patreon, Patreon. Patriot. I'm like, Patriot. It's under Sloan Bella. Just go to Patreon and put in @Sloan Bella. Well, I wanted to feel Keith, and I felt him when he died like nobody's business. It was the most extreme, irrational screaming outside of my body, hysterical, and then I just stopped. And then I got very fucking sarcastic with the cop. Very fucking sarcastic. She's like, are you going to calm down? I'm like, I wanted to say to her, listen, you fucking see you next Tuesday. Is that the way you talk to a mother whose child died? She did it with Jason too. Are you going to calm down? Who calms down when they're looking at their kid on the ground and their brother? Who is going to calm down? Who put this fat bitch in charge, right? Oh my, I know they always do it. Are you going to calm down? How about this? How about I take your child, slam him on the fucking ground, leave him for dead, and ask you to shut the fuck up and calm down, you Oh, don't even get me started. Anyway, really, really ridiculous. No, I know it's not. I know that's just how I feel, though. I have no. We're going back in December one more time. Wait, hold on here. Paid $600 for your birth in the hospital. That's what it should cost. Of course it should, but everybody, they put this thing on you. Oh, you need to get vaccines, and you need to la la la, and you need to la 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 la. All of that shit. I mean, shut up. Anyway, yeah. Let's see, in a lot of pain. Oh, it's very painful to give birth. Very painful. Keithy came out feet first. I should have gone to the hospital. Little Keithy was Traverse, and so me and John tried to push him into spot, and I think we got him tangled. But anyway, Keithy came out sideways and foot first, and I still did that not in a hospital. It felt like a Mack truck went out of my hoochie. Yeah, felt like I wouldn't go to the hospital. John actually at that point was asking me, begging me, and I ran out the front door in a blanket and my bra. No pants on. No pants on, purple blanket running down the street. And John was like, for the love of God. No, I never circumcised. I never circumcised. I'm not cutting my child when they're born for a religion that I'm not, which is Judaism. I'm not Jewish, so I'm not going to do that. Those are the people who cut their foreskin for whatever their fucking belief. But if you believe in cutting your baby boy's foreskin, you should cut your clitoris. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I don't see the difference. What? Mutilating your child? I understand how it's pushed, and I'm not picking or judging. I'm just saying, don't expect me to do shit like that. I had to listen to it. I had to listen to it from my adopted mother. She's like, the baby's going to be unclean. I'm like, shut up. Shut up. I don't know about Muslims. I only know about the Jewish people doing it. That was my experience, and I wasn't going to do it, period. I was not going to take my child, and they don't give the child numbing medicine, and they cut their fucking penis. Think about that. Why would you mutilate your child? I'm not doing it. If he wants to get circumcised as an adult, he can do that, but I'm not doing it. I'm not holding my child down and then having a doctor cut him with a knife on his little foreskin. No. I fought a lot of people on that. It's not unclean. No, it's not unclean. I researched everything. I researched it. But more importantly, it is a ritual. More importantly, here comes Tallulah. Come here. All right. More importantly, they give him sugar water. Yeah, I know. Yeah, okay. Assholes. Anyway, I just wasn't going to do it. It just wasn't what I was going to do. I'm not sexually uptight. I'm not worried about their penis being dirty. I clean a vagina. I mean, on a little girl, you clean their vagina. So a boy's penis is an outward appendage. What's the problem? I mean, a vagina is way up inside there and all that. So there's more of a problem with cleaning a little girl, technically. So what are you cutting into all these men for? I mean, no. I wasn't going to do it. You're going to nail me on that. My kids already had enough beef with me. I wasn't going to be the one cutting their dicks, okay? No. Not me. Nope. I grabbed my kid like this, and I remember with Jason, and I would just glare at family members that even suggested it. I was like, no. No, not doing it. Don't care what you say. My mother-in-law was totally in support of me, and she was totally supportive of me, and I didn't care. I'm not going to listen to you anyway. It's my baby and my body. My baby comes out of my body, and no one's touching them. No one is touching them. So yeah, some people do it, Cindy. Once it's done, you do what you do. But for me, I'm not Jewish. And so the only thing I knew about was the Jewish religion, which isn't one that I follow, nor do I want to be included in. Nor is it something that I believe in, any formalized religion where they tell you to mutilate yourself, clitoris or penis. I'm not doing it. So, I was spiritual and Canadian. My boys are Vikings. I'm not doing it. There's nothing I follow in this life that says, I'm not a staunch whatever. So there's that. Aw, of course he's okay, Lizzie. Yes, of course he's okay. He is okay. He is okay. He crossed out. It's illegal to do fentanyl. It should be for a boy. Wait, I just missed what you said there. Hi, Anthony. 3 girls, but was never going to do it. Well, they used to do it to girls. In the Middle East, they circumcise girls and they justify it for their religion. We get offended at that. They cut the skin off the clitoris in order to stop your sexual pleasure. Men that are circumcised don't have the same feeling in their sexual life. So, and that's a proven fact. So why are you going to take all the nerve endings off the female body or off the male body? Just fucking asking. Just asking. I want all. No, it's a religious thing, and it's not an American thing. I know. I have lots of friends that didn't do it. That's not it. But I want the nerves on my female parts, cause sorry, I do. Yes, they do still circumcise girls, and if you're okay with that, then you're okay with your boys being circumcised. I don't draw a gender distinction between it, because they're doing the same thing. It hurts a girl baby and it hurts a boy baby, and it can scar you and all of that. So if, whatever, but the human body is designed. Yes, I know it doesn't need to be circumcised. That's like a satanic ritual. And I'm saying it with certain religions that follow it for that reason. First of all, what the fuck are you so uptight about? Oh, they're not going to like how it looks. Okay. If you like a penis, you like a fucking penis. You know what I mean? If I see one circumcised or uncircumcised, I'm not like throwing it out of the room. I'm not doing it. In my marriage, I'm just fine. So I'm never throwing it out of the room. I don't care. So seeing them in their natural state just means that you've seen a lot of men, or you've seen them in their natural state, and then you've seen some without. Let's see. My dad, an atheist, died a few months. I wonder where. Oh, my dad was an atheist too. My dad told me there was no God. We fought over it as a child. And when he died, he came right back and told my son that there was a God. My son told me when his grandpa died, before I got the phone call, and he said, "Tell your mom there is a God." So I believe what happens when you incarnate here, you're blocked from the truth. You're blocked from your memory. It's no wonder you don't believe anything. But religion isn't what you should be believing, because that's man-made. I heard uncut is better. Uncut is better. But I mean, I'm not throwing a man out of bed. Well, first of all, none are ever getting in my bed. But back in the day, I saw all kinds. I saw all kinds. No, religion is man-made. There's nothing in the Bible that tells the Mormons to do the bullshit they do, the Jewish people, the Catholic people. It's all bullshit. You got your preachers up there collecting the money and all that bullshit, and you think that that's what God wants. That's what Jesus wants. That's what Allah wants. However you name your God. Really, you got to sit in a church with some fucktard who's stealing your money, right? Clean and fresh smelling here. Anthony's making me laugh. That's not going to get you in following what your stupid pastor says. There are some good ones and there are some good priests. Very few, because first of all, fundamentally, everything they do in churches is, I'm Viking, clearly. Everything they do in churches is reversed. It's satanic. I'm sorry if you're Catholic. All of these religions are based in the opposition of what they're supposed to be based in, okay? So they are not accurate in what they're telling you. And there's so many, how many people read the Bible and come up with different versions? You think because you read it and you quote it, you're going to go to fucking heaven? Fuck you. You're not, okay? You're not. You're not going to fucking heaven just because you do that. Shut up. I got kicked out of Sunday school every week. Woo woo. I would have put a little badge on you while pretending to be mad at you for the other parents. You don't know who's going to heaven. You really don't know. You can say they're going to hell all you want. No, I'm more stoic and more Gnostic. So I don't believe we learn lessons here. And I'm straight up fucking saying that. We have been hijacked here. We have been hijacked. I have some friends that studied with Gnostics, okay? We've been hijacked off the reincarnation cycle, period. So in order to elevate off of it, we have to be awakened to what this place is in order to step away from it. Yeah, reincarnation is real. I've seen it. I've actually seen it with a dead relative, and then he chose to leave the pregnant person's body, but I've seen it. When you pass, is there purgatory? Do you think you're living in purgatory? Is there heaven or hell? I am sorry for laughing. You're not in hell now. So read Gnostic textbooks and literature, and they will tell you that this is hell. I actually have always believed that. This is not a good place. This is not a good place. I don't care what you tell me. We are insane here. We have a bunch of old white men telling you and me and our children what to do. You just wake up in a family and you got these fucking people in the government telling you what to fucking do. Stealing your land, lighting it on fire, doing all kinds of fucking bullshit. And you think that that is in hell. Okay. I know I don't miss being alive. You're alive over there. You're dead here. This is not, they got it all twisted. Bay City Rollers, Saturday night. Okay, little green socks. All right, I'm over it. Buddha, it's all real if you want it. Sure, you're going to go to different levels of consciousness believing the things that you believe. As I've told this story, I had a friend in the gym years ago, and she had 3 kids, I think. She was a young woman. She wasn't 40 yet. Anyway, she got cancer. And one day I was at the gym and I went to the gym and I went across to the mall. Any of you know Burbank? They had like a Mervyn's across the street. So I went to the gym and then I went into the mall and I saw her. And as I walked up to her, I saw the image of very Catholic looking angels. Now, what does that mean? I'm not Catholic technically. I'm not anything, but what that means is that on the literature in Catholicism, they have the angels with the globes over their head. You know it, you've seen it, right? Why is this not cool? Anyway, I saw that and above her. So I knew she was going to die and I knew her death was going to be response Catholic, right? So she died on Palm Sunday and I saw that with her. So for her, and she was very, very Catholic. So for her, Brantford, Ontario, Brantford Strip Club, I was there. Anyway, and I digress. Anyhow, she died a very Catholic death. Like that was her thing. So her energy, like I saw that for her, not because she told me she was Catholic. She didn't talk Catholic shit to me, but I just knew from her family. And when I saw that, I was telling our mutual friend, and she was like, oh yeah, she's really, really staunch Catholic. They were in dance class together. But when I saw her, I saw the angels above her, but they looked like the Catholic cards. So that was a image to me to show me that she was going to pass, that she would go into that level of consciousness for her. And so that's what she would do. Skinny pop is good. I have to stop. I'm addicted. But that is what she would do. So it was very interesting. Okay, Mervyn's. So yeah, so I saw that. And when she died on Palm Sunday, it was a couple of months later, but I knew she was going to die by that image. Like they were showing me she was going to die. Didn't say anything to her. I was talking to her about the kids and doing the stuff and all of that. But that's one image of it. You know, I mean, when my stepson died, I heard him not at the funeral, at the wake. So at the wake, when I went, I overeat when I'm stressed. Like I am a compulsive overeater and a compulsive bulimic, but not bulimic anymore. Anyway, I overeat. So like I'll stuff my face with cake. So other people drink, I'll eat cake or just, I'll eat all day. Like people will be talking to me and I'll be eating. Like it's the weirdest fucking thing. I can't stop fucking eating. Anyway, when Jimmy died, I was at the neighbor's house and they had the wake. So there was many food because it was Italian family, his best friend's family. So there was cake. So of course I took a whole cake, because there were multiple cakes, off the table, went downstairs where nobody was, and went into the bathroom and sat on the toilet. Killed two birds with one stone. I'm just kidding. Sat on the, no, it's, yeah, I do emotionally that. So I ate the cake. I was eating the cake in the bathroom downstairs, and that's when he tapped me on the head. I felt the tap, and he kind of showed me what happened to him. I was able to feel it, and I was sick for 3 cake in the closet. That was me. I weighed all of 100 pounds at the time, 102. I mean, I was so thin. That's the thing. I'll just eat that, and then I won't eat for 4 days. But so I go like that between that. But I hid, and he came in and he showed me what happened to him, how he died, what he felt like. And he was so, I will tell you this, it was a drug overdose and it was a stupid waste. But he showed me, he tried to get back in through the crown chakra. So when he did drugs, he would leave through the crown chakra, and he tried to get back in. So he was thumping on my head. I don't know how to describe it, pulsing on my head. And he was so mad he couldn't get back into his body, and he whirled around the room. Okay, it's an energetic thing when I speak like that. But I saw Jimmy before Keith died, you know that. And there's Tallulah making a run for it. But he whirled around. I called him a Tasmanian devil because he just whoosh, like this. And he was so angry that he had died. He did not intend to die. He did not want to die. He was so mad. I felt all of that. And then he went somewhere where they shut his energy down. For like a year, I didn't feel him. I felt him for several months and then gone. And then he came back again. And I've always been able to see Jimmy differently than Keith. It's a much different energy. They're two different people. So that was interesting. And I don't know, when my best friend died on a motorcycle, he immediately came to me on the day he died, which I didn't know he was dead. I felt it, but I didn't know. Okay, I was a teenager. I think I was 16 and he was 18. And I know she's trying to catch the fly from the open door. So I'm drinking a 40-ounce malt liquor. Good for you. I'd be eating cake. So I know the cat freaked you out. She does this all night. Things chase her in here, and she like bebopping off of the counters, off at the top of the fridge. She's like crazy. So when my best friend died on a motorcycle, I think he was 18 and I think I was 16. And I felt him. I went looking for him and I couldn't find him. I didn't know everybody was in the hospital. I tried to reach his girlfriend, his family. I even took a go bus, if you know, in Toronto, up north to Aurora from Toronto, got off it and was like looking for him. So I could feel it, but I couldn't place it. And then when I came home on the day that he died in the afternoon, he came from the ceiling, but I had an out-of-body experience. So he showed himself immediately, and he told me that I was going to be okay. Yeah, Jimmy was intense. I had a nervous breakdown after Jimmy died. I had a nervous breakdown when I saw him in the funeral. I did not have that with Keith, but Keith is my own son. I couldn't bear seeing Jimmy there. I couldn't bear seeing Keith. When I saw Allie, Keithy's friend, she's a cute little baby, but when I saw Allie, there's a bunch of flies in here. It must be because I left the door open. But when I saw Allie come out of the viewing of Keith, she was crying. It's one of Keith's friends, Andrew and Allie. Anyway, she came out and she was crying, and I couldn't even connect that my son was dead. So I grabbed her. I said, "Why are you crying?" That's how, I just couldn't mentally understand why she was crying out here and why Keith was in there. I literally couldn't understand. I could not understand it. I couldn't understand it at all. That's it. I just couldn't understand it. So it was, yeah, I did. My stepson, when he died, I mean, it was horrific. I developed anxiety after that and thought everybody was trying to poison me after Jimmy died. And then after Keith died, I literally got in everybody's face. I was like, do something. So I was like, fucking do something. I just got in people's face. So I was like, why don't you do something? Like a weirdo. Yeah, I saw Keith. Keith looked like my baby wrapped up in his baby blanket, but as an adult. They couldn't put him in clothes because his body was so broken, and it was rigor mortis. So, and we weren't supposed to be viewing, and Newsom didn't allow viewing, but I talked the funeral home into it. So, yeah, I know. There goes another. They look like, what do you call those things? Little gnats. So yeah, it was very something. And when Keith and I were there, when when his grandma died, we took two little kids with us to go visit grandma in the hospital. And those two kids, we were going to go before dinner, but I got hungry. So I said, no, we better eat first. We took all the kids to dinner and then we went to the hospital, and she died in front of two strange kids and her grandkids. And me and Keith saw her spirit leave. Keith told me, Mom, I can see she just left. So he could see it and I could see it. John didn't see it. John's daughter didn't see it. And Jason didn't see it. And the other two boys didn't. Yeah, no, I couldn't understand. I couldn't understand when I saw Keith. I couldn't fucking understand. And then when honestly, bringing his ashes home, I split them into four and carrying them out there with his motorcycle helmet. I went in the car and I had to pull over off the side of the road. I couldn't stop. I couldn't function. Like, I literally fell asleep on the side of the freeway. Well, I pulled off and I fell asleep because I couldn't even mentally handle it. Like, I just was like, I have to sleep now, right now, right now. And I slept. So feeling his ashes like that. And then, like, when Paige came to visit me after, the first thing she did was go to the ashes. She unscrews the top and she sticks her face in there and she's like, I can't smell them. I'm like, yeah, I know. So I had to touch the ashes and make jewelry with the ashes. I had to reconcile that. That's just what I had to do because I literally couldn't. Fentanyl is the worst. Yeah, no, it was too much. I couldn't even get out of the car. I couldn't even get out of the car. Like, I had to do that by myself. I didn't really have help because nobody really wanted to help me make those decisions or do that. So it was very, it was isolating, and then fighting people in the family because everybody goes nuts, right? And the same thing happened with Jimmy too, meaning people are fighting. So it was just terrible. Yeah, I don't know where Charlie Kirk's parents are, but those aren't his parents in that image. It looks like AI. Yeah, no, I know. It's yeah, no, I'm laughing at myself too. I just had several like nervous breakdowns. And people don't want to hear it. When your kid dies, they really don't want to fucking hear it. I make a point. If you tell me your child dies, I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to sit down, I'm going to look you in the face, and I'm going to talk to you. I don't understand why people can't extend a courtesy of listening, but some of them can't. They don't even want to hear it. They're like, I don't want to hear it. And then John's like, you got to be, people think of it differently. And I need you to feel the texture of it when I'm talking to you. And I want to feel the texture of your child when you're talking to me, or your husband, or your wife, or your parents, or yeah, Ferris Bueller. I'm older than Ferris Bueller, but yes. So it does bother them. It does, Anthony, bother them. But I have to, if you can extend, even if you think they're fucking crazy and you're like, I don't want to hear this, I can understand why you don't want to hear it. Because you got a kid at home and you're thinking, this didn't happen to me, I don't want to catch it. I get it. But if you can extend 5 minutes and really look at the person, you don't know what a gift that is for a person whose child has died, because they need to tell you about their child. They are their child. The parent, they are their child, mother or father. It is them. It's the essence of who I am, is my children. I'm nothing without my children. I know I exist, but what I'm saying to you as a parent, that is my life. That is what I did. That's just what it is. So for a parent, mother or father, that's what they did, you know? That's it. That's who they are, male or female. It's not gender specific. I mean, I'm not saying it for that reason. I'm saying male or mother or father. You know, yeah, yeah, I don't cry now. But yeah, no, it's interesting. And I've told this story too with Jimmy's best friend. 6 months before Jimmy died, his best friend passed away from the priesthood, came home from the priesthood. Anyway, ended up leaving Earth of his own choice. And probably can guess some of the things that made that decision happen for him. But he was a young kid that went to school with Jimmy, so they were 27, both of them. He might have been 26. I don't know if it was like a year before or whatever. But the parents, the kid went to school because John's kid went to Catholic private school. But the parents, I remember seeing the parents. I didn't know that young man, but I remember seeing We were at a restaurant and I said, there's so-and-so's parents. And John was like, I'm not going over there. And the mother I just remember her sitting there. She's waiting for a table. She just was staring. I just remember her looking, like just the look on her face. She tried so hard with her kid, and she really loved the priests and the Catholicism of it all. And I just remember 6 months after that, we were in the same position. No one wants to talk to you. Like when Jimmy died, it was really fucking weird. But I remember taking a mental note of that, like such a mental note. Yeah, it was just, yeah, no, I remember looking at her and I didn't know how to introduce myself. I did not know them or her son. And John did, but I don't know that he knew the parents that well. He just knew of them, you know, whatever. So I remember viewing them. And then, of course, this past year, when Deanna's grandson passed, it'll be a year, a day after Keith's birthday. I just remember I told his mom, Deanna's grandmom, Faye is the mom, but she called me one day and she said, when does this stop? I said, it's never going to stop. So you better just own it and know it. It will never stop. And she goes, isn't there a way to feel different? And I'm like, I don't know if there is, but you're going to have to be going through it. Like you can't avoid it. And she handled it really well, but you still can't avoid it. So she was looking for help, and I don't know what to tell people, because if I could find help, I would do it for myself. So I cannot. I never was able to do it for John. He has never gotten over his first son, and let alone I remember him just wailing on the on the phone when I called him, and I told him to shut up. I couldn't listen to him. I'm like, shut up, click. I couldn't listen to him because it was like a wounded animal, and so I just had to ignore it. That's it. Yeah, it's just something. How do you sympathize if you've never felt? Well, you don't have to sympathize, but if you look them in the eye, touch their shoulder. I mean, if you don't know the person, like you're sitting in a store and they just blurt out, because I did, my son died. Like I literally, I still will do it at times. And people are like, oh God, it's that woman whose son died, you know, and they don't want to talk to you. But if you can talk to them, like, what was your son like? What was his hobbies? I don't know anything. You can say, I'm really sorry. Well, I bet your son looked like you. Anything like that. It doesn't matter what it is. It's just that somebody acknowledges what happens. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like you can say to them, where did your son live? How old was he? What was he like as a young man? Do you have a picture? Anything. And yeah, you're going to get into their personal life, but that's okay. Because you can go about your day. That person's never going to get relief. So I just make a point of talking to like whoever, if they mention it, I want to know what your son, daughter, mother, cousin, whatever, what they were like. It takes 5 seconds. It takes 5 seconds. And you will get over your fear of finding out the information, because some people are like, oh crap, I don't want to know. But yeah, it's interesting. Or just a hug. Anthony knows this. Just a hug. I remember I talked to Keith's godmother, Jimmy and Cindy. Keith's brother was his godfather, and his girlfriend, Cindy, was his godmother. And I'm like, after Keith died, I'm like, wait, I haven't talked to Cindy in years. You know, after Jimmy died, she kind of went and left California and did her own thing. And I called her, and it was the weirdest fucking thing, because her daughter died in 2019 and her godson died in 2020. So she understands it, and she couldn't stop crying. She could not stop crying. And hers had happened before mine. So she just, you know, so it was very strange. It was very strange. So we talked for a couple of hours, and let's see, I reported him missing. The dumb asked why I was reporting him missing, because he was 19. Yeah, Kathy Chavez. What was your son's name? What was his name? And 19, if he's missing, he's missing. I mean, if your mother's missing and she's 40, she's missing. Stupid fucking people not taking it seriously. So you have to make them, thank God we got social media. because one of Lila's friends went missing. Steven. Okay, what sign was Steven? What sign? Yeah, 31 years this month. Anthony, what were your kids' names? Did you name them? Because it was in a pregnancy. What was your wife's name? I want to hear everybody's names. Steven. Cute Steven. I like that name. Stupid fucking cops that do that shit. Stupid. I was very lucky because Stacy was great. No, I like the name Steven. I like that name. Yeah, Lila's friend made it back home. She was 14, and I post pictures of these kids. Anthony, I'm waiting for Anthony there. Little Lila, yeah, one of her little kids, friends. Virgo. Oh, Virgo's so interesting. Super psychic kid. Super psychic. 19 or not, psychic. Maybe a man didn't. Lucy was your wife. Oh, I love Lucy. Not that Lucy, your Lucy. Yeah, Anthony's been through it too. Anthony's gone through a lot. And if you want to know how to cure yourself, Anthony's a prime example. Yeah, he was psychic, huh, Kathy? Virgo. Michelle, you're psychic too. Michelle 9127. I have to read this real quick. Yeah, brother's name. Hold on. Who's your brother's name? Nathan. Oh, he died. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. He died right in July, this July. He died on Jason's birthday in 2025, July 14th. Oh, God, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it for everybody. Brad was your husband. Your father passed away in July. Rachel, oh, God. Oh, shit. Rachel was murdered when you guys were 14. I can't even. I can't. 14 is such a dangerous age. Joshua and a Virgo. Somebody's like, I'm Joshua and I'm a Virgo, but are you dead? You are not dead, Joshua, but you are an alive Virgo. Callista, your niece. Grandpa Jim. Wait, my oldest son is lost. Will he finally get things? I think he's on the spectrum. You know what? Maybe he's not lost. Maybe he knows what he's doing and you just have to love him. I've stopped trying to change kids and understand if they'll get it. I don't really care if they get it. I just want to love them. So I can think in my head that they're not whatever they are, but I just want to love them. So if I see kids, I want to love them, not in a weird way. Anthony Jr. and Julia. I like the name Julia. I like Anthony Jr. because Anthony the dad and Jr. That fits. That fits. Uncle Richard, your brother passed. It's so hard for the siblings, for the brother. So hard. I mean, brothers and sisters of children. Kevin. Okay, 2023, 2-1. See, I just don't get what happened since COVID. It's so evil. And before that, children that are murdered, people that are murdered. Who the fuck is murdering people besides the government? Meaning war. Or maybe personal hit and stuff like that. Carl, your dad's name was Carl. He had a double life. Was he a Gemini? Double life? Sorry, I had to ask. Organs, yeah. You're probably right about that. Look at Lou. Your best friend. It was my best friend's nephew. Wow. It's very sad. I named the boy her parents named the girl. Oh. See, that's nice that you shared that. That's so lovely. Look, this bitch back here. She's my bitch, and I'm her bitch. Paul, October this year, it will be a year. That's so hard. Murdered on his 18th birthday. I can't. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, she's my bitch. I'm her bitch, and she's. Oh, little Logan is a Libra. Well, it's Libra time frame. My son's name was Simon. He was in Aries, a fireball. Simon the Fireball. See, Simon is like an intelligent name, like Simon Says, but then you say he's Aries, so I know he's feisty. Yeah, I know. Tallulah's the best. Hi, look at her. She's like, feed me again. All right, she overeats too, but I already fed her. So what is the purpose of this earth? I have no idea. To me, if we knew the truth, hold on. Shelby is my only son. Timothy was 24, passed. Michael, 34, passed. Oh, good Lord. I'm so sorry. Shelby is your only living son, and your other two children passed. Oh boy, that's a lot of pressure. That's so much pressure on you as a parent. That's a lot. That's kind of what John went through with 2 sons that have passed. I know, it was so funny. She's like, maybe if I do this, she'll go get me some snacky snacks. Because John's not here to feed her. So she's like, please feed me. Please feed. Yeah, Lou is totally psychic. You know why? Hi, Lou. I know. When I go to get the nail clippers, she doesn't even know I'm going over there. They're in the soap drawer, so I could be doing laundry or whatever. And she knows when I go to get those clippers. Your brother was Frankie. Yeah, she knows. She knows when I go to get the clippers, she heads straight for the couch and up under the chair, so I can't catch her to claw her nails down. I know, she's so cute. Yeah, the spectrum kids are interesting. Maybe they're on the right. Maybe we're wrong. I mean, I know. I love Lou. She's really cute. Hi, Lulu. I know. Here's a Lou. Yeah, she's cute. I do think it's a prison planet. I definitely do. No, we're not all psychic. We're all intuitive, but psychic. She switched sides. She's a little angel, or now a little devil over here. No, she won't go near the clippers. But Marigold is the same. Marigold. I love that. Marigold. I love that name. Oh God, your husband on fentanyl. Jesus. Why do people play? They want to hurt. If people could understand that drugs, they want to hurt you with the drugs. They want to make you addicted, make you their bitch, and then kill you. Oh God, I'm so sorry. Nonverbal. That must have been very hard, but she trusted you to communicate with her, which I love that. She slipped off of there. What'd you do? She's like, now I'm going to play on the floor. You pray for your dad when he transitions. That's all. You just pray. You just pray in your, what do you do on Halloween? I steal candy from the grandkids. I steal candy. When they come in the door, I do a candy check. I go through the bags. Lila's caught on. She's smart. But Meadow might not be that smart about the candy. So I can Scooby in and Scooby some and Scooby back. That's what I'll do. Scooby in, Scooby down, and back. Do that. That's good, Anthony. You and sure, that's what I do. Scooby in, Scooby out. Hi, Meadow Meadow. Look over there. Grab from the candy. I used to do it to my kids all the time. Then they slept with their candy bags under their pillow, and it was super hard to get the candy out. Oh my God, right? I know. I can't. My favorite candy, I haven't met a candy I don't like. I don't like those candy corns. I'm kind of creeped out by them. I do pray for safe return of everybody. Milky Way, delicious. Just delicious. Just delicious. Yeah, no, you know what I think? I was going to say this. I think, where is she? She's on the floor now staring at the wall. Yeah, candy corns creep me out. They're like chicken wings. Like, where are they coming from? I want to know where the candy corns are coming from. Like, it's just like a creepy little candy corn. I don't understand what it is. Neither do I understand what chicken wings are. So there's that. I see chicken wings. I'm like, they're not real. I'm not eating them. I'm not eating them. Where did all the little chickens give up their wings from? Where are they coming from? Nestle's Crunch, delicious. Snickers and Twix, yum and yum. Potato chips, yum, yum. And cake. Oh, I love sugar. Yeah. I just eat the sugar out of the bowl. I have left to my own devices. I've left to my own devices. So, yeah, these are for the wedding on Saturday. And Chelsea invited me to her Halloween party. And she's dressing up really cool. She has a pole at her house, but I can't go because I'll be at a wedding. So I will do the wedding thing and I will hear about the party after. She's like, come by after. We're staying up all night. Like, we've got 3 bands and it'll be till 3 a.m. These young kids, I can't do that anymore. I never could do it. Let's see, Taurus risings. Oh, Taurus, peanut butter cups, yummy, yummy. Ice cream, delicious. I dress up myself. It's scary. John used to wear a mask and hide behind the bush and come out like this. and get all the kids in the neighborhood when the kids were little. It was so cute. My kids knew it was their dad, but the other kids were for M&Ms. I'll eat those too. Yeah, the wedding, the wedding will have cake. You know, I'm going for the wedding cake. Wedding cake connoisseur here. That's right. John is fine. He's getting ready for the wedding. We're going. Because, yes, dark chocolate truffles. Exactly. So we're going to have yummy butter tarts. Let's see. Yeah, like that. John would pop out of those bushes and those kids would go flying. Like a scared cat. And off they would go. Super cute. Dementia transition. As soon as they cross over, within about an hour, they're clear-minded. They step out. You don't necessarily cross over with dementia. You go into like a foggy area, and then it kind of dissipates and you get your memory back. What you carry over, this is just from what I've picked up on people, what you carry over on the other side is like rage and anger, resentment, and those things. And if you were murdered or accidentally thrown off a bridge or some weird way you died and it's very traumatic, you will be shut down for that. But the ones that have dementia, they seem to be very clear when they step out and over. Like they seem to come out pretty, I don't know about Charlie Kirk. I can't feel it and I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. Chips and guacamole. I had that with Lori for our birthday lunch yesterday. Yeah, dementia, pray for them, but they do walk out. Like it's like here, if you're in a wheelchair here and you cross out, you're not in the wheelchair over there. Of course you're not. You don't have a body. But what I mean is your first knowledge is like Keith's broken body. He's stepping out of his body. He's not stuck in the broken body. Yeah, I don't believe Charlie Kirk's dead. I don't know what went on, or I don't even know if that's the right way. I can't feel it. Shut down. Like put into, you know, when let's say you have a brain bleed, you're in an accident, you have a brain bleed, and they shut you down in a coma. There's kind of a hospital on the other side. It's not a hospital like here, but an energetic infusion in order to balance your energy so that you can step out and observe what happened to you. Died 5 years. I'm glad he's okay. Aw, Daddy. I love when you say that. Daddy passed 5 years ago. That's sweet. I did a video on David. There's 4 people involved with that, but I can't. It's on Patreon. But anyway, porcelain heaven, the bathroom. Yeah, it's weird. They shut them down over there. I've never felt Elvis dead either, by the way. People ask me to do readings on Elvis, and I've never felt Elvis. Like, for some reason, I don't feel him. So you're not going to feel every person. You're not going to feel Westworld, Sloan. Watch Westworld. Okay, I think I've watched it in the past. It does feel like a movie production, doesn't it? It does. Like Marilyn, I could feel she reincarnated. And keep in mind, only part of our energy is here on Earth, like part of our consciousness, and then the rest of it is somewhere else. So it's what a person, I mean, we're not fully grounded here. That's why there's some dumb ones on this planet. Some fucking stupid people, because they're not fully grounded. Yeah, I try to be powerful. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not scared of heights, because I am, but yes, Liam Payne. I remember when that happened. That seems like yesterday. It's so weird. Time's just flying by. Some say Elvis was a reptile. Well, he was definitely a pedophile, but sorry, don't come for me. I thought Elvis was beautiful, but like, why are you dating a 14-year-old? Like, what's that about? Why are you taking guardianship? Why was Steven Tyler taking guardianship? Why was Jimmy Page taking guardianship? Why you all taking guardianship over little girls? When you're musicians, guardianship, you own them? And what kind of parents gives guardianship to either Elvis, Steven Tyler, or Jimmy Page? Like, what is wrong with you as parents? Are you that fucking mental? Because that's mental. You're not getting guardianship. What the fuck is guardianship? You gonna be their daddy now? Does daddy fuck them? Prince? Yes, Prince as well. Guardianship, you're fucking them. You are fucking them. Jerry Lee Lewis. So guardianship, That implies parental authority over the child. I met Courtney. We did a morning show together. Yeah, her parents sold her out. And I don't care how sexy she looked. I don't care. It doesn't matter what she looked like, how big her boobs were, if she could be mistaken for a 30-year-old. She's fucking 16. Her mother knew that. Her mother knew that. For the love of God. K-Fed is a piece of shit. I don't think Dolly Parton's going to go. Who was I picking up was going to go, though? I can't remember. It went through my head and then went out of my head. It went out of my head. Okay. Oh, my God. Excuse me. Incest fantasy. Yeah, it's really weird. So let me see. Guardianship implies you're not going to touch them, right? Fuck off with that. Get married then if you're going to do that, right? Yeah, Priscilla Presley's very strange. I mean, she's got her experience. Definitely. Yeah, I don't feel anything about Trump because I can't, Jim Comey, I can't feel. Nancy Pelosi, she got a little bit of scrappy pappy in her. You know, she got some scrappy pappy. Yeah. Sharon Osbourne, no, I don't think she's going to pass. All politicians have doubles, body doubles. Saddam Hussein did. So when they murdered Saddam Hussein or caught him and hung him or whatever the fuck they did, she likes vodka. Priscilla, I'm quite sure. Like at 14, I don't want to live with Elvis, but yeah. Nancy likes vodka. Yeah. She was quite feisty. She's like, why are you bringing up Republican talking commentaries and you're a reporter? Why are you only talking Democrat, you stupid bitch? It's both. They give us two choices and you're telling us to ignore one because you're the Nazi over here? Yeah, please. Please. No. Doug Ford, fuck that guy too. She's scrappy pappy. She was like growling at the reporter, like with her Nancy Pelosi face. She's like, I did not let those people in January 6th. She goes, I did not stop the guard, whatever she said. She goes, the president did that. Shut up. Shut up. It's you. It's you. Nancy Pelosi. Do I think Blue Ivy is Beyonce's daughter? I don't think Alec Baldwin is so annoying. He's so annoying. You just want to punch him in the face. No, I think when you're inverted, you have a surrogate and you all play the games of baby bump, moon bump, fake bump, this bump. That's why you women feel bad because so many pregnant actresses aren't really pregnant. Their surrogates are. And you're getting all fat and fucked up when you're pregnant. And they're coming out going, look, I didn't gain a pound. And you're like, how is that possible? Because they're fucking lying to you. That's why. I did not touch that woman, said Bill Clinton and his ridiculous wife. Bert and Ernie. Sorry. I have a feeling Dick Van Dyke. Yeah. Well, Dick Van Dyke, that stands to reason. Dick Van Dyke's brother's daughter was in porn. Stand to reason as well? I love the Mary Tyler Moore show. Well, actually, I like the Dick Van Dyke show. I liked it back then. I liked that. I also like to watch Charlie Chaplin, but he was a pedophile too. So there's that. You know, Charlie Chaplin had to marry relatives and had to marry whatever the hell he was doing. People like that. I am still doing pole dancing. I'm still doing pole dancing. My thighs are bruised to shit. Yes, they are. People want to remove limbs. I can't even speak to that. Miss Jackson wore a fat suit. Are we talking about Janet Jackson? Nasty. Hillary Clinton, Kankles Clinton. I don't even know what to say. But this cat is making me crazy. I did watch Charlie Chaplin as a kid. I like the mimes. Yeah. Oh, Kathy White. Yes. Ronnie Van Dyke. Hold on. I met his sister who died, but Jerry was so nice to me because I didn't. Wait, but Jerry was so nice to me because I didn't smoke pot. I'm so glad you didn't smoke pot. Because your brain would be mental if you smoked pot. No, smoking pot. Justin Trudeau, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I'm having a nervous breakdown again. They're not normal when they're in public. They're social engineers designed to control you and the rest of the people. Charlie Sheen has just come out with a boyfriend. So here's the thing, and I'm going to sell this story again. Back in the day, my friend dated Alan Thicke. She was married to David Carradine, but she dated Alan Thicke. So she was at a party with young Leonardo DiCaprio, was like 10 at the time. Alan Thicke was there. I think he was on that show with him. And in walked Charlie Sheen's father with his boyfriend. I've had more than one person tell me that. So Charlie Sheen, right? They're saying he has a boyfriend. So Charlie Sheen, of course, beat his girlfriends up and wives. Like, he wasn't nice. He used women to the point of just pissing in their bodies. So he just like ejaculates in women and fucking makes them do drugs and parades them around and watches a lot of porn. Typical down low man, in my opinion. And he hates, you know, he hates women. Like, that's why you talk that way about them. So he's gay. That's it. He's just gay. Like, we had to go all around this drug addiction and fucked upness and da 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 just to figure out he's gay. Oh my God, you just reminded me that ugly. Okay, so John Travolta reminds me of the guy in Popeye, Brutus, who just says, I'll pay you for a hamburger, or I want a hamburger and I'll pay you. That guy. So that's what I think of John Travolta when I look at him. Okay. I just know that he is really not who he says he is. And then he's dating, what's her name? Charlotte from Sex in the City. Now, Wimpy, thank you. He looks like Wimpy to me. And so you can love the gays, but I don't like gay men that beat on women because they can't admit they like dick. So if you're gay, be gay, but don't hide behind a woman. Number one, we're not beards. We're fierce, and we're not there to protect you like that. So his mother is a beard. Do you get what I'm saying? The dad was gay and had a boyfriend, Kristen Davis. Yeah. I'll pay you for a hamburger today or tomorrow, or I'll have a whatever that is. So Kristen Davis is dating John Travolta. And what has she done to her eyebrows? They're jealous of women. Yeah, they hate women. They hate their mothers. They hate their women. And that's why they beat up on women. They don't want to fuck you. That's why Charlie Sheen did what he did. Sheen was always pervy. It's no secret. Yes, but he's also in the family of pervy weirdos. So there's that. No beards, please. Yeah, no, Paul Newman was straight up gay. My friend told me that. She worked with him. Another beard. These people have to stop having beard. It's so insulting. Who the fuck are you hiding from? No one cares if you're gay. Nobody cares if you're gay. Nobody cares if you're gay. Marlon Brando, no one cares if you're gay. Nobody cares. Stop being gay then. If you think it's that bad, don't even do it behind your wife's back. Yeah, Paul Newman was handsome, but he was like 5'5" or 4 or 6. He lost a child and he was never right. His son died in a race car accident and he wasn't right after. And you're not going to be right after that. But I don't care if he, yeah, Charlie Sheen just came out. Like, we didn't know that. Oh, Tyler Perry. Oh, yeah. Okay. He's straight. All right. Sure. Yep. Sure. I thought all men were gay coming out of the strip clubs because I watched it. They go into it's such a fucked up world. The men go into the strip clubs to bring the younger men in and their wives to watch other women, but they're really watching men get turned on by other women, and then the men go out and suck each other's dicks. I saw way too much of it. Way too much. Or they're sex addicts, and when you're a sex addict, you're fucking anything and everything for hours, and it doesn't matter what you're fucking. You're just in it for the sex transparency. I watched it. I thought all men, I mean, I just was like, they're not gay. Like, they're just gay. I saw men with wedding rings. I saw it all. And some of them bring their wives in there. It's fine if you want to do that stuff, but understand you're dealing with a fucking sex addict. So a sex addict is never going to be faithful. Ever, ever, ever. Because they're addicted. So they will never be faithful. I mean, men are barely ever faithful, but is there anyone straight? I don't think so, Becky. But I'm jaded, so please don't listen to me. Aren't yes, a lot of dancers are lesbians. Yes, they really are. Yeah, my roommate Stephanie, she lived with her girlfriend when I was married to my first husband. We were roommates. A lot of them are gay. Some of them are not, but yes, a lot of them are gay. But a lot of the men like to say that because they bring the young men in with them. So it's reverse world again. Yeah, they definitely have sexual trauma for sure. And they could be gay or straight or bi or whatever because of their sexual trauma. And the men that go in those clubs with frequency, Anthony is straight. I'm not calling you gay, Anthony. The men that go in those clubs, though, have sexual trauma as well. And I'm not talking once in a while for a bachelor party or anything like that. I'm not talking about that. I'm just literally talking about, well, it is sad. Anna Nicole was a lesbian. She was a lesbian, and I know that. I met her through her girlfriend. That's exactly right. But she would be more bisexual. So, because she also was with men. So bisexual, if there is such a thing. How did you meet your first husband? In high school? Well, I wasn't in high school, he was. But anyway, yeah. So he was close to my age. Only person I ever dated that was close to my age. I'll never do it again. I'll never do it again because they're even more stupid than the ones that are older. So I can't. Let's see. Hold on. I'm gay, but will probably be celibate for the rest of my life. Men are disgusting. Okay, are you gay woman or gay man? See, I don't understand from that comment because you could be either. I mean, I'm not going to have sex again either because men are disgusting, but I'm not gay. So there's that. But men make me feel ill now. Does your John laugh when you say men are gay? He's seen a lot of it. John's naive and or stupid, but John's like, I'm not gay. I'm like, yeah, you probably are. He's like, I'm not gay. I don't think he's gay, but nonetheless, there's always sexual trauma because you wouldn't be hanging out in a strip club 24/7 if I'll never fall in love. I refuse. If I even felt it, I would ignore it, walk away from it, lock the door, and never allow it in. That's how, John does laugh sometimes. No, we were laughing when we were on vacation, but no, that's how I am. If you even tried to come into my life and talk to me or date, I won't do it. I'm not even going to go for coffee or dinner with you. I won't even meet you if you say you don't want to date me if you're a man. I'm not even going to do that. Never doing that. I don't like them. They're not coming near me. I mean, I like them and that's fine, but at a distance, like in a cage away from me. Yeah, karma's strong, but not that strong. I'm just waiting to get off the planet. Listen, Peter, I appreciate you saying that. But again, 60-year-old women, I really don't want a man around me. I do not want to die with a man. No, I don't want anybody in my house. I don't want them in my fucking bed. I don't want them talking to me. I don't want them mansplaining to me. I don't want them politically getting aggravated around me. I do not want to see ESPN, CNN, football, hockey, any of that shit. Nicolas Cage, good God, no, he's a freak. No, I don't want any of that. Yeah, waiting to get off the planet, waiting to die. That's all I'm here for. Aren't we all here for that? I'm just like waiting to die. That's it. I'm cool. I'm cool. If you've lived to 50, what do you think? You deserve to live to 150? If you've lived to 50, know that it could be your last day and treat every day as such. The last thing I want to do is get in an argument with a fucking man over some stupid ass thing that they accuse you of and go around and around with them on my last day on earth. And I assume every day is my last day on earth. So I like to run. I like to eat. I like to cuddle my cat. I like to talk to you guys. And it's my last day. That's it. That's how I choose to do it. I want to call my kid and tell him I love him. Clint Eastwood's been married 8 times. Like, did you not learn? Did you not learn, Clint Eastwood? What the fuck? That's it. I don't want to live. Oh God, right? With a big lock on the cage. Bisexual here, 35-year relationship with a woman, with a woman, but also celibate. But so true. Okay, so you're celibate, then you're in a friendship with a woman, because if it's not sexual, it doesn't constitute, it is a relationship, but it's not like a dating relationship, no matter what you call it. Because if you ain't having sex, it's a roommate-ship. Pierce Brosnan is old as fuck. Clint the player. Clint was really good looking, though, when he was younger. He was handsome. And he was like, he must have been a fucking pain in the ass, though. 8 times. Who the hell is getting married 8 times? I'm a proud lesbian. Yes, Mandy, yes. You should be a proud lesbian. You should be whatever you are, as long as you don't hide behind a beard. We're all for you, honest to God. Like, stop with the beards. Sam Elliott, I just can't. He's too oatmeal. Liz Taylor, 8 times. Bro, you did the same thing twice. Did you not learn? What is that? Yeah, yeah, like I need 3 people in a relationship. I can handle the one, so please add 2 more or whatever. I love lesbians. I'm proud. You should be proud. A man with butter tarts is always welcome for conversation. Anthony, bring the butter tarts. No, there's nothing wrong with gay or straight or bisexual or anything. It doesn't matter. But let's see. I'm asexual and not a lesbian. Travolta is gay. Of course he's gay. And he's also that wimpy guy off of the off of the Popeye. Just look at his face and tell me you don't see him eating a bunch of hamburgers in the closet. He's in the closet going like that with his little lizard tongue. Like that. Oh my God, Whoopi Goldberg is annoying. Patrick Swayze could have well been gay, but I got the impression that Patrick Swayze had a lot of trauma in childhood. My best friend Maria used to take dance classes with him and his mom. And I think that Maria died when she was 43. We'd be the same age. Who is Wimpy? Wimpy is the guy on Popeye that wants the hamburgers. Just look at John Travolta's face. Johnny Carson was packing. Well, that's a disturbing thought. Thank you for that. Do you mean packing weapons or packing down in the undertrunk? I can't with the Johnny Carson conversation. He lost a child too, and he never got over that. He never got over that either. Let's see. Why was Whoopi? Because I don't know why Whoopi was with Ted Danson. I couldn't understand it then, and I don't understand it now. I don't understand the black face or the white face. Yes, Johnny Carson. I used to read for a lot of staff on The Tonight Show and then the Leno staff when they switched over. But I still can't think of Johnny Carson sexually. I just can't go there. My head does not go there. Does not compute. Patrick was emasculated. That's exactly right. He looks like spam. Yeah. Let's see. You think Stedman is gay? Do I think? How about I know? Okay, so wait. What was I just going to say? Oh, Whoopi Goldberg reminds me of, what was it that sat on top of the mushroom? The caterpillar that smoked the pipe. That's Whoopi Goldberg. When I look at her, I see that. I don't know what the fuck that means. I mean, is she smoking hallucinogenics? I don't know. Today's astrology. I'm not going to be the one that metamorphoses. Yeah, Patrick Swayze, I feel like he was a weak man, a sensitive man, a weak man, an addicted man. And of course, he comes from one of the family. So there you go. Nikki is just jealous of Cardi. Wait, what is Nikki? She's a Virgo. What is Cardi? I don't know what she is. They're both cute. Stedman would rather be with a man. Do you blame him? At this point, Stedman's a beard, you know? I mean, Johnny Carson, Dean Martin's sons died. Yeah. Yeah, I remember Dean Martin's kid. I was just talking to John about this. We used to eat at a restaurant. I want to say it was on Hollywood Way. I want to say it was called the Blarney Stone, but I'm making up shit now at this point. I don't know. That just popped into my head. But that was Dean Martin's kids' restaurant. And I think there were like 3 sons. And I think that maybe they spent all the money up their nose on the restaurant, and that's why it disappeared. I think I heard that, if I heard that. But they had good steak. Of course, Whoopi was born Karen. Oh my God. No one likes Oprah because everybody knows what Oprah is. Where are all the good men? Don't even ask that. Just be good to yourself and enjoy your life. You don't need a relationship. We're all taught we need a relationship. That's actually not what we're here to do. Some people, yes. But like, if you really want to fall in love, then fall in love when you're young, have a family, and then realize what you've done and escape. I'm sorry, that's sarcasm. Sorry. Sarcastic. No, Dean wasn't a drunk, but I think the kids were all cokeheads. That was my understanding. I don't know. I wasn't there. So I don't know, allegedly. Yeah, I don't know. But I just remember the restaurant in Burbank because I ate there. I ate at all those places. I remember John taking me to a restaurant. It was before it was the Money Tree, but it was way before that. And Ella Fitzgerald was just playing the piano there, so we got to sit down and do that. Like, I mean, how do you just walk into a little bar and that's where they end up, and you're just like, wow, this is great. But anyway, yeah, I don't think we're going to see arrests. I don't think they're ever going to arrest anybody. I don't think anybody cares. We care, but we're the cattle. That's all we are. Nikki is a Virgo moon. Yeah, there's something I actually like her. She's a smart girl. She's adorable looking and smart and all of those things, but um I don't know why she quit music. I mean, I don't blame her. Like, who the hell wants to be a slave to the record company? They say Ellen DeGeneres did, yes. I don't know how to avoid reincarnation. I too am here with you. Hola. Hola. Yeah, Cardi. Okay, Cardi is a Libra. She sure is chaos causing like one. Sometimes they can be real chaos causing. I don't want to be here on this planet either, but here we are. Hello. Here we are. I don't regret my marriage. Yeah, see, you don't regret your marriage because you had 2 kids. That says you do regret your marriage, but you can't say it because you had 2 kids. That's true. Would I choose to do it again? Not ever would I choose to do that again. No. Mm-mm. No, the Epstein files will never be released. Just remember this. Anytime you think that protection of children is paramount, being, telling the truth is paramount, being healthy is paramount, just remember, no one on this planet cares. They want to destroy you. So take care of your own life and help people in your surroundings. And if we all do that, the reach will be bigger. But your government is never going to help you. They're not going to help you. They will not help you. They're not going to help you. Okay? No matter what you say, no matter who you vote for, you will never win. They will never release the Epstein files because they're all on them. Never going to release them. You just will not get satisfaction on this planet. They don't care. So just when anybody says anything to you and you get upset, like, oh, it's going to be bad for me, just remember, no one cares. If you go at it with that attitude, you just laugh at them like no one cares. Okay, that's cool. Take care of your own children. Don't let anybody near your own children. Don't let anything happen to your own children. Love your relatives. Keep other people's kids safe and do your part. That's all you can do. Because picketing your government and sticking up for your own rights, that's never going to happen. Because people don't do it. They all took the vaccine and wore masks and did what the government said, like a bunch of good little cattle, sheep, whoever, all of them. So just treat your kids well and make sure that they're well taken care of because they too have been hijacked here. Little souls coming in here. Oh my God. Yeah, kids can't vote. That's why they throw them. But just keep your kids safe. Be your own village. Watch the neighbors' kids. Watch out. Watch for people. That's the best thing to do. Keep perverts away from them and your uncles. Don't let them sit on your uncle's laps. Like, fuck these grown-ass men. Can I have your daughter sit on my lap? Get the fuck out of my house. Get the fuck out of my house. Get away from me. Don't let other women breastfeed your kids. You know that story in my family. Don't let them do that. Don't trust them. If you don't like them in life, don't let your kids around them just because you need a break. If you don't fucking like them, cut it off. That's it. Yeah, the worry of kids never ends. That's exactly right. Exactly. Exactly. All right, you guys. Me and Lou are going to go get snacky snacks because we're overeaters. I don't know how to avoid reincarnation. I am here with you. Obviously, you shouldn't be fucking asking me. I ended up here too. Here I am. I'm shackled to the wall in the prison. I'm in the prison. Oh my God. Yeah, freedom isn't an option. So just fucking laugh at them and don't do what anyone says. If someone says you have to, laugh at them. No one cares. My favorite thing, if somebody says you can't do that, I'm like, no one cares. No one cares. So they all just look at you like, I'm like, nobody cares. When they start screaming at you, I'm like, psh, no one cares. That's it. Just nobody fucking cares. Shut the fuck up. No one cares. Cry baby it all you want. Nobody cares. Care for yourself and care for your children and care for those in your immediate surroundings. You can do a lot for helping people that way. And once everybody starts doing that, that then becomes a collective energy. And then maybe somebody will care. But currently nobody cares. Okay, you guys. Try lesser evil popcorn. I will. I have a popcorn addiction. I need therapy. Not going to say how much I eat, but they know me. Melissa in the grocery store, she's like, Sloan's coming in for her popcorn. I make them climb up to the top shelf to get it because I'm not allowed to climb the shelves anymore. I would see the popcorn up there. I'm grown ass. I'm like trying to get up on the shelves. Yeah, and I've knocked a couple over and off. Yes, not caring. It's true. Tell me who cares for you. Who cares for you? The government? Really? Okay. They send your kids to war and your kids come back without their arms and legs. That's not caring. I tried your popcorn. It's so good. Yeah, I'm going to try whatever you just said. I'm going to try that other popcorn. Yeah, I climb the shelves. They're like, Sloan, you can't climb the shelves. I'm like, but I want to. I'm skinny, I promise. But I'm not. I'm too big for the shelves. Do your prayers. Exactly. I love you guys. Thank you so much. My mom was the only one. There you go. That's true. A mother's love can't be replaced. Caramel popcorn. Yes. Caramel frappuccinos. Okay, I'm not going to go down that road. I may just drive out of here and get more caffeine. And then what? Okay. Bye, you guys. And then what? What happens then? Yeah, that's right. I bounce off walls. Okay, bye. Oh my God.